Dan Illman, Mike Beer, Friday's feature race at Saratoga is the ninth, the $100,000 Tail of the Cat Stakes at 6 furlongs. You can bet that race. You can bet the Friday Saratoga card with this great new DRF Bets deal. Sign up, get 10 times the bonus. Bet 20, get 200. Learn more at drf.com/bet. Let's take a look at this short but select field in the Tail of the Cat. Again, for 100,000, 6 furlongs is the distance. The number one, My Boy Tate, is your heavy morning line favorite at 6-5. Deservedly so, brings a 5-race win streak to the party, but we have not seen him since February, Mike, and this is going to be his first start against open competition.
Yeah, I mean, there are things working against this horse for a 6-5 favorite, things that you have to be concerned about if you're going to take a short price on him. But he's just been really good since Michelle Nevin turned him back to sprint last summer up here, as a matter of fact. He's 5 for 5, undefeated sprinting. He keeps getting faster every time they run him. He's got some things drawn to the rail. I don't think that's a big deal for him because he's got really good tactical speed. But he's going to have to come back running off the layoff against a pretty solid field. If he runs his best race, though, he's tough to beat.
He won off a similar layoff at Saratoga last year. Does it concern you just a little bit that his 3 fastest races on the Beyer scale have come on wet tracks? Now, we know he can step on fast going, but it was something that jumped out to me when I was scanning the past performances.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a thing where, he really likes a wet track, and that's what got him to improve. On the other hand, as we sort of already mentioned, he's improved in every start of his life. I actually feel like he might be better on a fast track. I'll be happy to see him on a fast track on Friday and see what he can do. This looks like a good spot for Michelle Nevin to bring him back.
You mentioned his excellent tactical speed. Timeform US's pace projector has My Boy Tate in front, and that's not a bad place to be in a short field. He might be trying to control this race from start to finish, and he is obviously the horse to beat. The number 2, Mr. Crow, gets serious class relief. He chased one of the top sprinters in the country, Imperial Hint, last time out in the Grade 1 Alfred G. Vanderbilt handicap. And let's be honest, he's not a Grade 1 type horse, but he is a restricted horse that has done some very good work at Saratoga in the past, and he's a horse that doesn't appreciate a wet track. He caught good going last time.
Yeah, that's true. I think he was probably just in a little too tough in the Vanderbilt. And he was also contesting a fast pace in a race where, the horses that finished second and third came from off of it to pick up the pieces. He didn't run, poorly last time. And he loves Saratoga. I don't like this horse that much, Dan. I don't think he's really improved since they took him from Pletcher and gave him to Ben Colebrook. So we'll see. If you feel like he's just a horse who really likes Saratoga, I guess he's a real contender in here. I wanted to like him more than I like him, though.
Number 3, Silver Ride. Boy, you got to give trainer Brian Lynch a lot of credit. This horse came back off of a year layoff after a serious injury. And what does he do? He pops a 95 Beyer speed figure in an optional claiming race, showing some nice tactical speed. Now, this is going to be the stakes debut for Silver Ride. We'll have to see if he can do it again. But what a training job to get this horse back to the races and in top form.
Yeah, he ran well last time, and he beat a good horse there. Wonderful Light. That is not a bad horse from Michelle Nevin. He just got the better of him. This is a nice horse. I like that he has a win up here last year. He won that race at 7 furlongs, also off of a layoff. Now he's second back. I think he fits pretty well in this field. He might have to run the best race of his life if My Boy Tate's ready to go off the layoff, but this horse is pretty good.
Like My Boy Tate, the number 4, Pop the Hood, is a New York bred, but Pop the Hood needed 5 tries to get through his open entry-level allowance. I thought he looked good last time out at Belmont, running hard every step of the way for a 92 Beyer speed figure, but he's kind of a speed horse, and if My Boy Tate shows that pace from the inside, he's in chase mode, and that could set him up for some stalkers and closers.
I think you're right. He is a horse who wants to be forward, and if somebody's going in this race, he's probably going to be doing some chasing in here. I liked his win last time, but that was probably a good time to have him. A little bit of a weaker field there. I think he's facing much better horses this time.
I'm a big fan of Always Sunshine, and he's kept some pretty good company throughout his career. You see the names like Imperial Hint and Whitmore. Last time out in the Huckesson at Delaware, though, didn't that race just kind of set up for him? 7-horse field, they will go 22-3, and still walking dudes trying to rally from the back of the pack. Always Sunshine, I thought, had the best of it, but he did get a 98 Beyer, and he has run some fast races in the past. Good outside draw for this horse.
Yeah, there are some things to like about him. Listen, did he get a little lucky last time? Maybe. That race set up well for him. It felt like Stall Walking Dude maybe didn't run his best race there either. We'll see what happens. I like him. I like his outside post. I think he can get a piece of it. I couldn't put him on top. I thought long and hard about it, Dan. I couldn't put him on top in this race.
Let's take a look at who you did put on top in the Tail of the Cat Stakes. We are in agreement. We wish we could be more clever. We think My Boy Tate's going to get through this off of the layoff. Would you lean heavily on him in the multiple race wagers? Would you even consider singling off the layoff, or would you use somebody else? I think I'd use the 5 also a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I just really didn't like anybody else. It's not that I love my boy Tate in this race. I just don't really like anybody else. I'll probably use mostly him, and I might use a little Mr. Crow just because he's got speed from an inside, and maybe this is just the right spot for him. I'm just not a big Mr. Crow fan.
1-2 for Mike, 1-5 for me in the $100,000 Tail of the Cat Stakes, a race you can bet if you sign up to DRF Bets with this great deal. Bet 20, get 200. It's the old 10-time sign-up bonus. DRF.com/bets got all the details. Approximate post time for the Tail of the Cat, the feature at Saratoga on Friday, 5:40 Eastern. Best of luck.